Today's topic is all about one of the most critical parts of project management, project scheduling approaches. Without a solid schedule, even the best team with the best plan can fail. It is not just about setting dates, it's about knowing the right approach to keep everything on track. And today we are going to break down the key scheduling approaches that every project manager, planning engineer, site engineer, civil engineer, electrical, mechanical, whoever you are, you must know about these approaches. Well, I'm compiling this playlist series for all those people who are in project planning or scheduling or who are struggling in their current job career but they want to switch their career into planning. So, this playlist series is gonna help them a lot. Before getting into the detail of today's video, I would request you people to subscribe this channel so that in future if I make any kind of video, you get that link on time. Well, my name is Engineer Wakas Ahmed. I'm the trainer coach for project planning control. So let's start knowing about the project scheduling approaches. And I hope at the same time you have already done with all our previous videos of project management fundamentals video series because this is something like connected one. If you are randomly watching this video, then first you should explore this complete playlist series. So let's start exploring project scheduling approaches. So right now, right here, I'm just talking about the industry, the building construction projects, the road construction projects, or any other project like solar, oil and gas, combined cycle power plant. The project is there, the plan is there, but what kind of approach they are going to implement to schedule their project. Now, it will be more clear to you people when I will be flipping when I will be moving on. So critical path approach is one of the scheduling model we are going to help to develop our project strategy, right? So what is actually critical path approach? Let me define it first of all. In a way like we have a project data. When I say project data, it means our complete project task list. I mean the work list, like we have to layout and marking, we have excavation, we have leveling, we have all the task list. And at the same time, if I say project data, we have their duration information, their cost information, their resource availability information, their logic as well, right? So project data, when I say project data, it means all that task list and their relevant attributes. And time management, yes, like their respective timeline, like how much time my activities are going to consume to get completed. Then logic and constraints, what is given by client and consultant. Before getting into the detail of those approaches to understand complete methodology, we need to develop or build this concept, like how we are going to take this data will be in a sequence. Then we are going to assign their respective durations, which is coming under our time management, and then their respective logics. Like there are certain logics like finish to start relationships and start to start relationships, when both tasks are going to start at the same time, when one task is going to finish, another is going to start. And then constraints, like every single company have its own constraints, like drawings are not available by this date, so we can't start this work. Like soil or any other material is not possible to deliver on the site area, so we cannot execute that certain activity. So these are called constraints, and they are going to drive your project execution strategy. So actually, these are important things. These are the inputs for defining our project scheduling approach. Number one, critical path method. So once we have all of these things on the table, on the paper, then we are ready to implement critical path method. If I talk about specifically the definition, CPM, critical path method, is like it identifies the shortest time required to complete the project. It finds activities that cannot be delayed. These activities form the critical path. If one critical activity is delayed, the whole project is delayed. Okay, so let me share with you like how it works. I will be giving you a brief. Like right now, you can see it's a pipeline construction project on Primavera P6. So there are certain, filters we can implement, and we can see that This is complete data for project. You can see all these activities. This column, project activity name, is explaining about our project data. This is our time management. As a result, it has concluded that when these activities are going to start, when they are going to end up, right? So this is logic, their respective relationships with each other, right? So that is how you can see that you may find some green color activities, then there are red color activities. So green color activities are showing our non-critical paths, whereas red color activities are showing critical paths. To develop critical paths, we need the inputs as a dependency model. To develop this critical path method, we need such kind of relationships and we need this duration. Both are going to develop critical path method. Okay, critical path and so on, right? So that is how you are going to see the critical path method. Okay. So meanwhile, along with these concepts, if you want to learn Primavera P6, you must visit this video details. There I am going to place many tutorial links for Primavera P6. You can just click them. After having these concepts, you can start watching them and just get ready for Primavera P6 jobs as a planner, as a scheduler, if you want to switch your job career. There are comprehensively explained tutorials. They are going to take to an other next level, right? So right now I'm going to talk about this comprehensive tool. Like there are many available, but Primavera P6 is the most comprehensive and most popular one, which is being used in across the globe. So actually, there are many things given in such kind of softwares. There are resource assignments. If I can take you here, there are options. You can go into activity detail. There are different kind of features you can find in those tutorials, right? You can assign the resources in this window, and I'm just going to discuss this. Such kind of CPM tools, they have project and activity calendars, right? So you can see over here in these tools, you can find here calendars. You can just modify them as per your project requirements, how many working days per day, and how you are going to define your complete day as per hours, minutes, whatever you want. So these are the calendars. These tools are really comprehensively designed. Constraints, yes, the way I have explained, the constraints are always there, and how you are going to define them. See, in these tools, if something is given constraints, these are date or time driven constraints, right? When our single activity is supposed to start, we can implement as per our ground realities. There are lags and leads, like overlapping if we want to delay some work. So you can see in Primavera P6 there is everything given here. See over here, if we want to put anything like a lag over here. So right now our complete methodology is given on the basis of these relationships, but even if we want to give some overlapping methodology, with finish to start we can provide minus number of days, or with start to start we can give positive number of days. This is going to give us overlapping. That is called usage of lag. But if we are going to give finish to start relationship with positive number of days, it is going to give us lead. Like very next day, I'm not able to start next activity. So I need to give the delay. So that is called lead. Okay. I'm giving extra time. So all these things are given under this activity details. Then external dependencies, like if procurement material is not available, if something is not possible by this date, the third party is responsible for supplying this material, this service, but they are not able, there is some risk involved. So that is external dependency. We can even mention that one as well. So activity priorities, which activity we need to start first and which activity we need to delay, or we can make on the second priority, that is also given here. Then there are like actual start, actual finish kind of things given here. So negative float, when your project is on execution track, you can see how many activities are on the late status, right? They are not on time. So that is being shown in this software by negative float. So that is a modernized tool is actually using every single thing. And moreover, with the help of such kind of tools, what actually you can completely furnish a project schedule to which we call baseline schedule, right? Let me share with you in this one project. This is maintain baseline. Here you can create your baselines. Once your project schedule is done, you can assign that baseline, and then further on target schedule, right? What you need to achieve, okay? And then your what if schedule, what if analysis, you are going to implement different kind of strategies to just visualize plan A is better than plan B, or I should go for another plan. Duration, execution, actual progress, you can update. Critical path may change, you can just observe what is happening there. Float values change, schedule react, you can dynamically observe your project schedule. If you are going to change anything, right, that scheduling tool like Primavera P6 is going to provide each and everything. So that is Primavera P6 dashboard, and there are many varieties available here, right? So if I can just switch one layout to another one, which is given here under Primavera P6, see, this is critical path method layout, in which there is early start, early finish, late start, late finish, total float. See, that is going to explain each and everything. For understanding comprehensively, conceptually, professionally, as per the industry demand, like how CPM is going to work out, how Primavera P6 need to be work on. So you can even write in the comment section area, Primavera P6, my team is going to provide you my upcoming live free masterclass in which you can find many amazing things. And even though there are tutorials which you can complete and you can start your uh, planning, scheduling, exercises, activities, and all that. See, so that is how Primavera P6 dashboard is there. Now, now there is another approach. Critical path method is there. I have explained about that one. Now, critical chain. For critical path method, there just remember this formula. For to develop critical path method, you have every single activity duration, okay? Activity duration plus activity links, like relationship, like the dependencies, like constraints, okay? And then the result will be critical path method. Is that clear? Now that is the input to develop critical path method. Now it will be more clear, I can convey you for critical chain, right? So critical chain is actually resource based critical path. So it focuses on the activities plus resource availability. It is developed from critical path method but adds resource constraints. It protects the schedule using buffers. So it is CPM looks at logic only, critical chain looks at logic plus resources. So let me define it. Critical chain. So here there is critical path method, there is critical chain. Here you need duration plus links is going to give you CPM. But here, when you are going to apply duration plus links plus resource availability, so it is going to give you critical chain. Is that clear? You got my point? So that is how you have to understand. Now, just understand critical chain is more reliable. Let me share with you one thing. So here you can see this is, for example, critical path. You have interlink activities with each other on the basis of their duration, on the basis of their constraints, on the basis of their sequence. And now you can see ultimately this is one series of activities. Then there is another series. Okay, there is another series. There is, because there are multiple series in one single project. Out of these multiple series you can find out which is the longest path, which is going to take all dependent activities. This is our deliverable, like at the end this is finishing milestone. So right now you can see this is the longest path, this is critical path method. But now when you are going to apply critical chain, now this is only having duration plus link. But when you are going to apply critical chain, what will happen? Now you are going to make sure that resource availability. For example, we are going to take example of this activity. In this activity, you can see the duration is 10 days. Okay. This activity is supposed to deliver in 10 days. And it has relationship with activity A, finish to start, and with activity B, sorry, this is C, this is B. Okay. So this B have finished to start relationship. This B activity is successor or dependent of A and predecessor of activity C. On the basis of this available data, this critical path method has been defined. Now, what happens? This activity is taking 10 days. There is one very simple equation. If budgeted units, this equation, budgeted units is equal to budgeted unit per time multiply duration. So, for example, how much work has been given in this activity? For example, there is 1000 cubic meter something excavation we need to do, or there are 100 welding joints, right? So these concepts are well explained in my comprehensive trainings as well. You can even contact with my team. They are going to give you opportunity to attend my live free masterclass, and then you can join comprehensive sessions in which I have explained all of these things. For example, now I'm going to explain this thing. Here in budgeted units, if there are 100, 1000 man hours you require to complete this work. So every day you have to utilize 100 hours, and so on. You have to give 10 days, right? That is how you are going to. This is showing per day effort. In other way, you can just assume there are maybe 10 people work, everyone working 10 hours. That is how it is going to make 10 into 10 is going to make their total effort, right? But if you have only 5 people, they are working 10 hours every single day. So it is not possible to achieve this much effort. So that is only 50, because only 5 persons are available, because this critical chain is going to consider resource availability on top priority. So we have only 5 people. So what to do? Now 5 multiplied 10, because 10 is the working hour per day. So it is going to be 20, and then it is going to consume 1000 man hours in this pattern in 20 days. Now this activity is not going to possible to complete in 10 days, it is going to complete in 20 days. And ultimately this B activity has been extended, and this is going to push this activity C ahead, something like that. Ultimately this activity is going to push again, and this activity, and so on. So that is how critical chain is going to settle down all of this over allocation. We call it like hypothetical analysis, where we have just made paperwork, that's all, but schedule is not reliable, right? So that is critical chain. Project data is there, time management duration is there, logics and constraints, leads, lags, everything is there, and then resource availability is the top priority. So, why critical chain is needed? In real projects, resources are limited. People multitasking, and delay happens due to resource conflicts. CPM does not fully consider these resource issues. So, critical chain solves this, right? So, that is how this approach is gonna be a priority one in nowadays when there are multitasking people, we have multi resources, but resource availability is gonna be a constraint that is going to make our project schedule more reliable. I hope you like this video. Please write in the comment section area. And if you want to attend my live free masterclass, if you want to take project planning, scheduling training, you can mention in the comment section area. My team is going to approach you and provide you all the information. But before signing off this video, I would request you people to just subscribe this channel and share the link with your fellows as well. Thank you very much.